You know, a lot's happened in the last year. I started using conditioner, I went through a breakup, and I had a stomach ache this week. Welcome back to last year, the 365-day time capsule podcast. Today's date is August 18th of 2025, and Taylor Swift just announced her new album, The Life of a Showgirl. So I'm just gonna get to the point. I was a little nervous and hesitant to talk about this, but I went through a breakup about 121 to 150 days ago, not that I was counting or anything. Let me just say, would not recommend. That's not entirely true, because I feel like oftentimes there's a reason that it happened, and so it's probably, ultimately best for everybody involved. But they suck, It sucked. It still sucks. Yeah. I do want to say that she's just like a really great, awesome, beautiful person, and I really do wish her the best. I'm mainly bringing this up. I'm bringing it up for a few reasons, but for one, so I told myself that basically at the end of the summer is when I would allow myself to let go. Not that I would force it at that point, but basically I've kind of been in this state of still continuing to move and do my thing, grow, learn and everything, and live. But at the same time, I've stayed very open and I don't know, just this kind of in-between phase where I'm not letting myself move on, I guess. So yeah, basically I told myself that at the end of the summer, that's when I would let things happen, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's today. Today is what I consider the turning point or whatever, because school here just started, so I don't know, that's just kind of what I thought. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, and also I just want to say so then the other reason I brought it up is if anybody listening is going through a breakup, for one, yeah, it's wild, to go from being having such a close relationship with somebody, with your best friend and your partner, and talking to them every day, and then just boom, it's crazy. But let's see, I feel I have a little bit of advice. All right, I found it. I just wrote this yesterday. If anybody listening is going through a breakup right now, my little bit of advice would be to just keep your head up and keep moving. I really think that you're gonna grow and learn so much from this. And I think that someday you'll look back at this and be able to attribute so many great things to this period of suckiness. So keep going. That's what I got. And again, I want to say I genuinely wish her the best. I feel sometimes when I say stuff on this podcast, I don't say it exactly how I mean it or anything. I feel I said that pretty good, but yeah, she's a great person, and I don't think she did anything wrong. I think I pretty much said everything I want to say about that. And again, I'm not at this point forcing myself to move on, but I'm allowing myself to, and not keeping myself tied anymore, if that makes sense. Speaking of giving myself a chance to move on, Chance the Rapper just dropped his new album, Starline. I really liked it. I listened to it the day it came out while I was editing, and so good. I haven't and also I purposefully I only listened to it that one time. Off the bat, there was a lot of songs that I really liked, and I just want to say I was just so glad, because I was a little bit nervous that Chance wasn't gonna bring the real heat, but he did. And I thought that all the singles he'd been putting out for the last few years was what was going to be on the album, and there were a few of them, but there were multiple bangers that he'd been hiding, so that was awesome. But yeah, a lot of times like I like to listen to a song like at least 2 or 3 times to know if I like really like it or not. Like that's just usually how it works for me. And so I've purposely waited. So I'm gonna start listening to that because that's another thing for me. Like I oftentimes tie music that I'm listening to like for a period of time to like a certain vibe and like era of life, which I feel like just happens so naturally because it's like for me when I find something I like, I'll probably like listen to it a lot or that person or something, and so there's just naturally a lot of like memories tied to stuff like that. Um, but yeah, such a good album. Um, I'm very excited to get listening to it again. And I gotta say that album cover is heavy, like really heavy. Um, yeah. And then yeah, so I was editing. I did like another basketball video where I shot 2,000 basketballs, and so there's this part where maybe I shouldn't say this. I'm not gonna say it, but there was a part where that I was editing that was like fairly mindless, and so sometimes I like to listen to stuff like during that period, and so I listened to the album like I said, and it was such a vibe. It was really good. Okay, so recently I've been thinking. Okay, let me take you back a little bit to like, was it just this last week? Maybe. I was feeling not great. I mean, not like terrible, but I for a while I feel like I've been lacking like hobbies, for example, that I'm like really passionate about, like just specific things. Like it was hard for me to say what I was really passionate about, and that really bugged me because like one of the things that excites me so much about making videos and ideally making videos for a living is that you can make it about anything. And so my thinking is like, if you just do what you're passionate about, like there's a way to like, you know, do your thing, like having fun basically. But like I've been asking myself the question like, what am I passionate about? And it's like a weird question, and I feel like it's one of those things that I'm realizing like it has more to do about like doing than opposed to like thinking about it. And I've thought this for a while, um, let's okay, like when I have kids, I would love to do my absolute best to get them to try like everything, like just see what they like, see what they don't like, maybe even like keep notes if we can't remember, but like and then specifically like ask them what do they like about these different things, and then like anything they do like, you know, um, try to nurture that and like explore it until they either get bored or just not good to continue or something, or maybe it becomes something that they can do for their whole life, um, but yeah, and so it's like, well, I should take my own advice, like there's no reason why I can't try a ton of things. um, so for a while I've been playing with the idea of like doing just like trying a ton of different hobbies, and I thought about making like a video series doing it, and like that's kind of cool, but at the same time I feel like it distracts me from the real goal, which is finding like what I want to do, because then it's always like in the back of my head, oh, I gotta like get this shot, and then I gotta edit this, and then I gotta only spend this much time doing it. So like maybe I'll still do that, but anyways, I'm kind of ranting a little. um, so this last week again I was feeling like, bro, like what am I doing, like, I was also overwhelmed because I was like, okay, like yeah, I don't know what I want to do, so like the topic, niche, genre, whatever, I don't know like what format I want to do, because I could do like 10 billion different like video formats, like a vlog or like a documentary or like there's like 1,000 things you could do, and then on top of it I didn't even know like what approach I wanted to do, which to me is the most like zoomed out, like meta thing, which is like, do I want to post like a banger every single year, like just one, or like one every 2 months, or one every month, or 5 a day, like, you know, um, but somehow, I mean, for one, so there's this YouTube channel called Nextcore, which I found, which is like, I really like them. Like, So far, it feels like every post that I've seen, it's like it feels like very distilled information that's like, oh, I just really like it. It's like talking all about like passion and life and like, I just feel like it has a lot of really good like tips and stuff. But there's this video that I found at like the perfect time when I was like, bro, like what is my passion? And it was titled like why you still haven't found your passion or something like that, or your purpose. Maybe I think it was purpose. And I watched it. I'm pretty sure it was this video, and it talked about basically like really just following like curiosity and excitement. And it said like one like actual tip it gave, again I think it was this video, was start journaling daily about like the following like I think you were supposed to journal and then also do these things. So just like watch a bunch of random documentaries, like just cause like honestly I'm kind of forgetting it right now, but like I don't know, for me it like spoke to me. So like I started watching documentaries and like movies, and like I ordered like multiple books, and to me it basically like it just reinforced the idea that I should be like just following like any like any little thread that I can find. So like anything that interests me just a little bit, like just go down that path a little bit and like see what happens, like see if I am still liking it or whatever. So it was really fun. I made this game on Roblox Studio because my stepbrother and I, we used to like try to make stuff back in the day. And there was this one game that like we both wanted to try to make because it was a real game, and then it got shut down. And so I tried way back then and I couldn't quite get it. And then I listened to this podcast with Sam Altman and Cleo Abram, and it was really cool. It was talking about just like GPT-5 and everything that's coming with AI in the world. And like it really inspired me. And because I was like, wait a second, like I literally have this like ridiculously powerful tool like in my pocket. And so just in my head I was like, I could probably go make that game right now, like so easily. And sure enough, I did. It took like maybe an hour. And like to me that's just so exciting, like because with like an AI tool, you could just type in like I want to make a game that does this thing, like can you script it for me? And it just like pops out the script, and it worked like really easily, and now I have a working game. So like that was just an example of a thread that I feel like I followed. And then my mom and I were like looking through documentaries, and I saw the Free Solo one, and like I'd already seen it. It's the one where that guy that looks eerily similar to me climbs El Capitan at Yosemite. And incredible documentary. I'd seen it before, but like it interested me, and so I like again I followed it, and like I don't know, I feel like there's something there, and basically I want to continue to do this. Like I want to just live my life in a way that like with a curiosity and excited approach, and so like spending money on things that like this one book that I've kind of wanted to read for a really long time, but I just never did. And so I was like, you know what, like I have a little bit of interest, I'm just gonna buy it. Like a lot of times in the past, like I don't like to spend a lot of money, but like now I feel like nah, like if something interests me, like I'm happy to spend a little money on it. Yeah, so I don't know, I want to like follow that. And especially when it comes to, well, I feel like it's so important like in life in general, to find like just what you want to do and stuff, and like to actually really enjoy it and be excited and curious. But also like when it comes to making videos and stuff, like it's completely obviously like overlaps. Yeah, so I don't know. Basically, I came to the conclusion that just like in all of life, also like on YouTube, I want to have this like excited and curious approach. And like it sounds like kind of obvious, but like for some reason it took a while for it to click for me, I guess. until like really recently. So yeah, but basically with YouTube, I feel like I know I've switched up my plan so many times, and I have been committed to this plan for the last however long. I've been posting like once per month, pretty much, which has been good. Like I do really like that consistency, but I feel like I really need more output. So the plan is to just continue like listing out things that I want to do, that sound fun, that intrigue me, whether it's video ideas or just something to do for fun in life, and then do it. And so yeah, I don't know, I'm pretty excited because I feel like when it comes to learning something, I think that like, lots of repetition, try, fail, is like really important. And right now, like with the videos that I'm spending a month on, I don't really get much of a chance to do like a lot of iterations and like improvements, because a whole month goes by and then I get this new data, but it's like 10,000 different like variables that, it's hard to like pinpoint what is helping things and what aren't. So basically my two things that I'm really interested in doing, and like it excites me for me to even say that I'm interested in it, because I feel like a lot of the stuff I've been making for so long, like I've been interested, but not like oh, like I'm interested, like it feels different. One is either videos that I do completely in a day, so that means like title, thumbnail, all that I work on for like 2 hours. I film for 1 hour, and then I edit for 2 hours. That sounds like, I don't know, I just love that like feeling of structure, because, and that's the other thing. So I watched a few videos recently that had a pretty big impact on me. I personally do so much better when I have these constraints, because it like really brings out my creativity. When I'm put in these guidelines and these constraints, like it's weird, but that's when I think outside of the box, or where I just get excited, I guess. So I feel like that little time constraint is like really good, and also it forces me to just put out like a lot more, and I'll be able to see so much more like data really quickly. So I'm excited for that. So I'm either gonna do that, or my other idea is doing a vlog of sorts, which I've been interested in doing for a really long time. But this is kind of, I hadn't really thought about it like this. What I would do if I do this, is I film for like 3 days, just like a bunch of random things that I think would be fun to watch, for people to watch, or fun for me to do. And yeah, that one's actually good, because then I could do like more of the stuff that I just want to do. Like, I don't know, but basically I film for like 3 days. I take it all, smush it together, and just edit like a really high-paced, like fun vlog. So yeah, those are two ideas that like I'm really excited about, but I don't know which one I'll go with. But they both sound good. So yeah. On the last episode, like Andre and I both like drank one of these, and at first I was just gonna take a sip, and then the man was going for it all, so did I. But like I was kind of going back and forth. I was like, should I go fast, slow? And then I choked. Okay, another thing, I still feel so weird doing this. Like, who's doing this? Maybe everybody. It's possible. And on September 21st of 2025, everybody on the planet releases their time capsule podcast. And like, imagine that, actually. Like, imagine even one other person was doing this. That'd be crazy. But no, I mean, this feels like a pretty unique experience, and it's so weird that like today I'm talking about some personal stuff, and it's possible that people will be hearing it a year from now. I think it's cool. Pretty whack. But yeah, we're coming up on that deadline. We got like we only have like 4 more episodes. That's crazy. That's crazy. So we got like a month or so, just over a month before the first one comes out. I feel like that's pretty exciting. We haven't decided yet if we're gonna keep going or not. I think we should for a little bit, because like just imagine that this does get some traction. Then like it'd be kind of dumb if we just like lost our momentum. And I do like doing it. That's the other thing. But yeah, I think Andre said he wants to do a normal podcast like after this, so we could do that too. Yeah. Okay. So also this week, what do I have? That's right here. Mr. Beast, Jimmy, Aiden Ross, is that his name? Yeah. Why does that sound weird? And XQC, they did like a stream where they're trying to raise money for Team Water, and the goal was 5 million, and they like wouldn't stop streaming until they hit it. I don't really watch streams, but I watched a lot of this one. It was very fun. Like it was just so funny, and also like it's fun to see. It just gave me like even more context. Like a lot of stuff that I watch gives me context about like the world and everything, but this one was cool because like I get to see like 3 creators that I like interacting in a more like real way, and also it was cool like for them to just be calling like random people, and it gave me a better sense of like different amounts of money, like who has different money, who's willing to, like, because they called a lot of people asking them to donate. So I don't know, it was just interesting to like hear like little things here and there that were like, oh, like that's how this is, or something like that. But yeah, it was also just really funny to watch. They were doing all these challenges and stuff. But yeah, so they were getting close to their goal, and then the like CEO of the platform they were on or something called and said that they would donate $1 million, but they would have to change the goal to 8 million. So they took that deal, and then when they're getting close to that, they just looked up like what the world record is for like money raised in a stream, and so they broke it, which was like 12 million, and they did it in like 17 hours. And like, yeah, so I feel like this is so cool because like the previous record, I forget when it was, but I think there were like 50 different people live streaming, so it was like 50 different streams combined. I think a lot of the money came from really big brands like Coca-Cola and stuff, and I think it took them like a month or something, or a week or 2 weeks, and then like it's just so cool to me that these 3 people, like it was just 3 people streaming, they did it in well under 24 hours. There weren't any like massively big brands. They could have strategized so much better, because since they did it kind of late in the day, a lot of people that they would have called to like ask them to donate were just asleep, so they couldn't. And then the biggest thing, they had already raised about $20 million this month. So like imagine they had started from the beginning, like they easily could have blown it out of the water. And like it's just crazy like what the potential is here. And I think it's so cool. Like there's absolutely no reason that they need to be like giving back like this, but they are, and I really respect that. Yeah, I think it's really cool. But yeah, it was a fun stream to watch. It was fun. I watched it like I watched when they started it, and then I went and shot hoops for quite a while, and then after they were still going, so I watched more, and then I went to sleep and woke up and they were still going, and then Chance's album came out. That was a very solid few days. That was sick. Yeah. What? But yeah, I mean, yeah, so back to the like whole excitement thing. Like, uh, so yeah, I've been keeping a list. So like anything that excites me, like rock climbing, like I want to go rock climbing. Um, Watching this one movie, playing this one game, like anything like that. I've just been listing, and so I have a pretty decent list going. And it's just I feel like that's the way to go. So I'm gonna try to keep doing that, just doing what excites, you could say, Kelly Wakasa, um, and like following curiosity. But yeah, I'm honestly so excited. I really feel like I thrive when I have constraints. Like, and I feel like with this whole YouTube thing, like I'll have constraints with the time, like big time. That'll be like really big. And then if I'm just doing things that are exciting, like that's awesome. So I'm hyped. And I feel like it's gonna be funny because like on YouTube and I think social media and maybe even the world in general, like effort absolutely does not equal results. Like my highest viewed YouTube video is a like 10-second video of me pretending to cut an atom in half. Like it's funny. And it took like 10 seconds to film. And then all these videos that I'm spending like a whole month on, they get like 30 views or something like that. But I mean, like, I don't mind. Like, you know, I'm learning, and yeah, I feel like it's all part of the process. And I'm definitely proud of a lot of the stuff that I've made recently, so that's cool. Yo, dude, I finally watched 2001: A Space Odyssey. I've been meaning to for so long, um, and I finally did, and I was able to do it without like getting any spoilers or anything. So that was sick. Okay, so this movie came out in 1968. You would never guess that. It looks like incredible. Just like A to Z, fantastic effects. Like obviously all of it was like practical. Um, I think it's so cool to see like what they thought the future would look like in 2001, and like they were not far off in a lot of ways. Like I don't know, just like I think it's cool to like see what they thought it'd be like, and like um, I won't try to spoil it for anybody, but like AI is involved in the movie, and it's cool that we're now at a time where that's like happening right now. But yeah, that's the other thing. Like I really want to continue to, I want to try to use AI really smartly because like it is, I mean, just like our phones in general, the internet is a ridiculous, like overpowered tool. And it's like, I best be using it. Like really, like I want to just use it really smartly. Um, yeah, I guess I'm going to go into predictions now because one of them kind of has to do with that. Uh, Whoa, I feel like I had a dream about this. Okay, so yeah, basically, I think that coming up, like AI is going to continue to really like take over, and so I feel like we have this period of time, like whether it's 2 years or 10 years before the playing field is like completely level, I guess. And so I feel like if you want to like break into like for me, for example, like making videos on the internet, like I feel like now is my time to like just like go for it and like use the AI tools as best I can before everybody's kind of using it the same, and like lean into my humanity because like obviously that's whatever humanity is gonna be like probably the hardest thing to replicate. So just leaning into like myself, but basically my prediction. I have a few. For one, by 2035, there will be a one-person, $1 billion company. Pretty much thanks to AI, because I mean I don't really have the numbers for you, but I'm sure that historically, any company that's reached like I don't even know like $1 billion like in a valuation or like in profit. I don't know what that means. I don't know what a billion-dollar company necessarily means, but I'm sure it was like a really big team of people putting in a lot of work. And I just feel like AI is able to really condense it down because, again, you could like do basically anything. Yeah, it's like wild. So I think that it's going to continue to get to a point where like any one individual with AI, if they have a good idea and they're willing to like persist like working on it and whatever, like I feel like you're not really going to need anybody else. So yeah, my prediction is by 2035 there will be a one person $1 billion company. Another one, I think that by 2030, so in the next 5 years, the majority of people will fill their lives and therefore the world with so much more humanity, creativity, solutions, and so on. Because AI will be doing the more like mindless stuff. Yeah, and again, I feel like it's a great thing that the playing field's going to be leveled because, I mean, that's obviously just incredible. Like, there's so much potential inside of every single human being, I think. And I feel like the world's, I think, moving towards a place where people are going to be able to, like, really let that out into the world. Like, and I feel like that's going to be so cool. I mean, we're already getting there. Like, just the way social media has changed, like, over time, like, everybody has their own opinions. And I definitely see, like, negative things about social media, like what it could do to our mental health if we're like comparing ourselves. But it's also done like so much good. Like, I don't know. I feel like as it's maturing, I feel like the good people, what I consider to be good people, like people trying to help people, are rising to the top, and I think people do ultimately like that. So I don't know. I think it's cool. Also, so I went swimming this weekend, which was nice. I feel like this is one of those things that, I mean, maybe it already is, but like 5 years from now, like people are not going to be swimming at like noon in the middle of the summer. I mean, like obviously some will, but like I think it's going to become so much more like just well known that like skin cancer is no joke. Well, okay, but that's the other thing. Like, I think already, like 99.99% of skin cancer is curable, and I'm sure in the future, like, we'll probably have to worry about that even less. But like, still, like, who wants to? Like, I feel like a lot of people would want to take the preventative stuff instead of the, um, dealing with it after. But yeah, so like I just think I feel like it's such a culture, like human cultural norm right now to go swimming on like the hottest day of the summer in the middle of the day because it feels good. But like obviously it's not good for your skin, at least as far as I'm aware. So yeah, my prediction is like that there's gonna be a big human cultural shift in that department. Oh, okay. I don't know why, but the other day I woke up and I think I woke up and I mean I think this was like the first thing that I thought of, because I was thinking about like voting and stuff, and I remember on this podcast I said something along the lines that I still totally agree with. Like, it blows my mind that you can walk in and vote with just as much or as little information as you want. Like, you could flip a coin and go in and vote for the next president, or you could spend every single day researching as much as you can about them and their actions and their plans and everything, and go in and do the same thing, and they could cancel each other out, which is like ridiculous. So I feel like that's got to be like some implementation. And I know it's like ideally people are doing research on their own, and I think a lot of people try, but I don't think it's so easy. I think it's really easy to get really confused and just be unsure. Yeah, that just blows my mind. Okay, but this other thing I thought of, I feel like there should be some sort of like I feel like we should look more into like developing a really good like accurate IQ, EQ, whatever the heck intelligence test. Again, maybe I'm missing something here. Maybe this is like really messed up, but I feel like, you know, people should take those tests and like if it was super accurate, and then maybe this is crazy, the smarter people get like more voting power. Like to me, because I was just like, bro, imagine like somebody who like, you know, genuinely is just like dumb, like myself. You want me voting? You know, like I feel like somebody smarter than myself should I hope that makes sense. But I feel like that should totally go hand in hand because like I feel like 100% there are people that just are a little bit smarter, understand the true reality of the world. And I know it's complicated because then we all have our own beliefs and our own morals and everything. So maybe that is a stupid idea because I guess the whole point is that we're trying to collectively decide on what is important and what matters. I guess if we all agreed on that, then we should have the smart people do the thing to progress it. I guess that's why it's like such a difficult system because it's like, yes, we have freedom and we're able to vote, and like obviously that's incredible. Like I am so grateful for that, but it makes things really difficult when it comes to progress because like we're constantly just like seemingly battling each other. That's why the aliens should invade so we could rally together. Maybe that was dumb. Another one. Damn, this might be my last prediction. Oh, and then okay, I didn't say this, but this isn't a prediction, but today, like this very day, is my 3-year anniversary for my Duolingo streak. I know. Very impressive. I thought it was cool that it just happened to be today. 1,095 days. Yeah, I'm going to talk more about it on the next podcast because I'm cooking. I'm cooking right now. But what is wild though, I remember starting that like very shortly after I moved into my dorm freshman year of college. And that means it's been 3 years, which honestly, like, because so I'm not in school, but my friends are, and they started today, and so it's like their senior year more or less, but it's like weird because only 3 years have passed. But actually, no, that makes total sense. But yeah, I don't know. Honestly, to me, it feels like so. Right now, at least, it feels like a lot of time has passed. Like could that really all fit in 3 years? Like just for myself, I'm gonna run through it. So I was going through it. I for a whole semester. What was I even doing? Oh yeah, I bulked up like crazy. I got a stretch mark that I still have, and yeah, I don't even know what I was doing that whole semester. But then winter break hits. I start the push-up series on TikTok. I post every single day for the entire year, and I pulled myself out of this hole, and that was a really good time. That was when I got like a following on TikTok and like made money and stuff. And then that ended. I kept that up a little bit at the beginning of 2024. Oh, and I ran a marathon in 2023. Okay, so we're already like with the semester and then 2023. That's a whole year and a half. Then I started my YouTube channel. Like I started posting again in 2024. I pretty much shifted to that. Did I do that for like the whole year? And I guess I was still in school. Oh yeah, and then oh yeah, well I moved like so many times. I was in the dorms, and then I was with my sister, and then I was with Sean. And so then our sophomore year, boy. I don't know. I just feel like so much happened. Like, I feel like I went on so many trips and like, damn. Like, I didn't even know who Johnny Pancakes was. I wouldn't even know who he was for like, what, like a year? A year and a half? Damn, boy. That's crazy. So yeah, lots happened. And that's like the day, 95 days ago, when I hit my 1,000 day streak, I remember thinking, and I wrote this in my phone, I was like, yo, like, I just did this thing for 1,000 days. Imagine for the next 1,000 days, I spend just like an hour a day learning this one thing, getting really good at this one thing. And that's exciting to me. And as I was talking to Amelia about delusional optimism, to me it connects back to that because, like, you know what, I am gonna be a little delusionally optimistic here and say that for the next 1,000 days I am gonna do my best to like work on what I want to do. Before I was honestly like scared to even think like that because I was like, bro, I don't know what's happening tonight or the next day or the next day or the second. So I don't know. Yeah, it's so funny, man. like I feel like I mean, all these podcasts are probably gonna be like pretty weird to everybody, but the solo podcasts are gonna be like so hard to follow. I bet because like I feel like I'm all over the place. Just like any thoughts that pop up, I kind of go with. So sorry about that. But again, probably nobody's watching, so I probably don't need to apologize. And then, ladies and gentlemen, my final prediction for the day. Him. There's a movie called Him coming out. They're making it look like it's a Jordan Peele movie. It's produced by him, but I don't think it was written or directed or anything by him, so that's unfortunate. And I am so excited for his next thing, which probably won't even be out by the time this comes out. But my prediction is that in the movie Him, Jojo Siwa will make a surprise appearance. Also, a goat will walk on its back legs. Thank you for watching. Peace.